Hello everyone and welcome back to the Through History Challenge. I believe this is the 4th episode of the Sumerian interlude. I don't know, I don't remember. It's been quite a while for me between this part of the interlude and the last part. I didn't have much time to record, but you won't notice it. It does mean I'm a little rusty on what I was doing, but I remember the details. Well, not the details. I don't remember the details, but I remember generally. So here's Key with the next generation on the way. Now, I don't remember which. I think it was Mooch. When she aged up, she randomly rolled Mooch. Luckily, she didn't have any issues, because I remember Kishar had issues, and then I had to transfer genetics since random genetics was gone. Then Anshar is in bed. Of course he is. So we can't really see him. Here, let me put the walls down. Can't really see him. Everyone was crawling into bed, but he rolled the... I can't remember which one it was that he rolled. Was it Snob? It might have been Snob. He was like the classic businessman right here. Always alone, doesn't want anyone around him, super workaholic, really ambitious, I guess smart. Guess you'd have to be kind of smart if you're going to be an entrepreneur. But a snob, he's so full of himself now. He's not a diva about it, at least. On, what are you doing? I should just go through here one by one and change their clothes. Now, I believe Key should be about 24 hours from having the babies. It better be at least 2. Not that it's exactly necessary for 2, but I did want twins, and I'll explain. What are you wearing, Mama? I kind of now understand why it said that Mama's name sounds like... It's going to load in my stuff because it just reloaded. Sounds like... I guess you could say the bleating of a sheep, because I was over at my older sister's place. She has a lot of animals, but she's not really an animal hoarder. She's more an animal flipper, if that makes sense. She takes animals that no one wants, basically, have some problems, and then she finds them better homes. She's always loved animals. Anyway, she had a ram, not really a sheep, but a ram, a boy sheep, and he was bleeding. Oh, someone had an imaginary friend that had a script error, and it's like, that sounds like Mama. So now I get why it's thought that's the reason for the name, or how to say the name. Hey, no, you're not tired. I should just let you guys do what you want. Oh, so I had Key. I do remember this. I had Key listening to children's music to try and encourage twins. So odds are she'll have triplets. But I have a backup person for that. You just walked in on him. Yeah, be embarrassed. Oh, her. I thought this was Lamu. I just saw the purple, but Lamu's right there. Huh. Didn't I tell you to come over here? I told someone to come over here. Oh, wrong one. Key, what are you doing? Oh, I told you, and you didn't do it. Come in here. I would have charms be put on you, but I can't be bothered. Get out. If you hear any running around, as per usual, it seems, that is a cat playing with the zoomies. Right. No. We're not catching a lobster. Right as I go to record, and she's zooming all over the place. She's not Catherine. Catherine is right now, I don't know where Catherine is. She's actually, she's an inside-outside cat. She is mine, I guess, but it's different with an inside-outside cat. Her name is Mary. She's a little crazy. I'd rather her stay inside permanently, but she's insistent about going outside. She's, not feral, though at one point in time she was feral. Strays, as I said, I live down the south of the U.S., and there are a lot of strays. In fact, most of all the cats that have ever been in my family have been strays, with very few exceptions. But anyways, she's a little wild and crazy. Though I guess it could be argued that all cats are a little on the insane side. But if she did have a human, which she doesn't really seem to, but it would be me. There you go again. Why are you fighting from way over there? You guys are really far away. I guess you're having a group conversation. Why are you guys all harassing him? Sure, he's mean, but you guys are picking this fight. Why are you insulting An? It was Key. I guess because his sister wife insulted his grandfather? Yeah, Lame would be their grandfather. That meant that Lamu should... I don't know why he insulted An. An didn't even do anything. It bothers me, since they're all the same age, since vampires don't age, it bothers me that An and Anshar are right next to each other rather than Key and An. No, because I get them mixed up. It doesn't help that they both have white hair and silver eyes. I'd like it if one of them had red eyes at least, or blue hair. Now, I'm hoping that the red eyes survive. Oh, you're hungry. Yeah, I'm hoping that at least one baby here has red eyes, so that they don't all look exactly like Lurian. I have no idea why Abzu. I don't know why Abzu's genetics seem so potent. No, do not go outside. She will burn in the sun. Do it here. Anyways, I was looking for historical custom content for eras that were nowhere near yet. Just to see what was out there, and if I saw something on a more obscure website, I was gonna snag it, which I did with a couple of things. And I found sort of what I was looking for, but stop trying to go outside. Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's interesting how standards for custom content have changed, because a lot of the older stuff that I found, it looked painted on rather than having like dimensions. So like this has the sash that you could tell. This is the sash. It has dimension to it. It's not a part of the dress. It is separate, even though it is a part of the, well, this is the toga or whatever. But the older stuff, it seems, it's all painted on, and I see it like, do I really want that? But the problem is that a lot of eras, beggars can't be choosers. There's not much out there. Alright, go do something. Go do something, both of you. Do you have disgusting food in your inventory? You do. Why do you have a slice of... Where did you even get that? Why does it almost look like her eyes are not glowing? Doesn't it? Did she just lose her vampirism? Because it looks like she's a vampire here, but she sure doesn't look like a vampire here. I can't add an occult right now. Maybe because she's pregnant? I don't know. I might have to add the vampirism to the babies. How did you lose your friendship with Key? That was maxed out, and neither one of you is mean-spirited. Oh no. Must have been happening while I was waiting for her to reach the really far point of being pregnant. Whenever I have been waiting to start the next episode of the interlude, I just fast forward through the pregnancy, with only monitoring to make sure that they aren't dying of thirst. Oh, it looks like Key and An have no interest in continuing their skills. I can't even remember what An's was painting. What was yours? Alchemy. It's interesting if it's the pregnancy that's not allowing her to have two occult states at once, which I didn't know if that was a thing or not. It's odd that out of the other three women, it's Key that seems to have picked being a witch, not a vampire. Almost as if she's witch dominant. No, you're not getting in the pool. Just notice that's where you were going. Whereas everyone else is vampire dominant. Oh, one thing else before she has this baby, I will say, I will be swapping genders around for sure. Again, I don't know what it is about Abzu and Tiamat, but they have a lot of girls. I think had I left the genders alone, they would have only had, I think their line, well, it's not Abzu and Tiamat. They would have had two girls, I believe. I think both Lahamu and Lamu were girls originally. But the whole line, I think there's only been like one or two boys actually born, and they didn't have to change the gender around. And Miss Shara is in the business career. Huh. Did I know that? Can you just have this baby now? I wanna get to the next generation, An and Key. You two aren't the ones interesting to me. Oh my gosh, Tiamat. Why are you so hard on your son? He hasn't done anything. Sure, he's mean-spirited. I accidentally clicked on Key. It's lagging because of that, especially since I have it on speed 3. Yeah, it's not like he's done anything recently. I was just checking how long until this baby is born. And it looks like it's still a little while. I must not have gotten all the way to the 24-hour period. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that impatient. But, Abzu, what are you doing? You can put charms on yourself, Abzu. Oh my gosh. Look, I take my attention off of you and you're doing ridiculous things. Typical you. Oh joy, because you slept, you've woken up out of sorts. What a joyous person you are, Abzu. Yeah, tell him to get out. You interrupted his bath. Poor Lamu. I mean, I actually feel sorry for Lamu, who's mean-spirited. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go put... Look how smart he is. He gets super thirsty and he's like, I'm gonna put a charm on me. Unlike Abzu, he's like, I gotta go. I'm just gonna stand here and do nothing. I actually feel sorry for the mean-spirited bully Lamu because they're all harassing him meanly and he hasn't even done anything. Not this episode, at least. Anyways, I'm probably gonna speed through until she has this baby since no one's doing anything except yelling at each other. It really isn't recognizing Key as a vampire right now. I'm gonna take that day away because I do not... Just notice her portrait jumped above Tiamat, and I am not having that, so I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, I'm still fast-forwarding to get you to the point of having today's babies. Oh, she's a snob. I didn't know snobs would accuse someone... You confessing to be a witch? Tiamat, I think you're more than just a witch. Here it is. Here it is. The baby is coming. She was cross-eyed. Everyone is asleep in bed where they shouldn't be, except for Tiamat. Oh, and Mama's not, but he's tired. Tiamat, would you put an energy charm on him so he doesn't run off to bed? He was in the pool, it seems. Because of course he was. Look how buff you are, Mama. Please put your clothes on, though. It's all that swimming. Now, if I had that six-pack mod working... Wait, maybe I do. Look how ripped he is. Oh, well, he changed now, but you can really see on Mama that, hang on, pause it. That skin detail replacement thing. Like, you can see his pores and his veins when he's really ripped. That's why I really wanted that conglomeration for realistic bodies, even though it had some naughty aspects to it because of that skin replacement. And initially I did want the sliders too that came with it, and I didn't want to go and find them on Mod The Sims because I knew all of them were on Mod The Sims, but I don't know, just playing around with them, a lot of them just don't look great. And they clog up the normal mouth sliders that scroll through them all. It's one thing if it clogs up the head slider, because I rarely change the size of the head or the width. I only really use the profile. And even then, I rarely use it, so that's one thing. But the mouth sliders, no, I don't want to see body sliders under mouth. Here it comes. Here it comes. See, it's a girl. Well, this is going to be gender swapped. We are going to start with the eldest, even though he will not be the main focus, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But this one will be Enlil. Oopsie, Enlil, who is a loner and not a girl. Enlil is a boy, a loner and charismatic. Okay. That's kind of fitting, I think. One baby. It was a. Can I still see the Can I still see? Because she still hasn't gone through the animation. Because I want to point this out right now. No, I can't. It was at 1,500% for twins, and she had one baby. Well, now that I named it Enlil, I'm going to have to go get a new baby. I'm going to have to do what I did before for... They must have the one baby glitch. Well, I'll see you again when I've got twins, because now that I named this one Enlil, thinking I would have twins. And I did just say that it would be fine if it was one baby, because it's not exactly necessary to have twins, but I wanted that second one. Okay, we will have another baby here soon, which is the next you'll hear about me. And then we will age Enlil and the next baby up together. And I'll talk about their names, who they are, and why I wanted these twins. Not a cult. What am I trying to do? Why can't I pollinate you? Oh, yeah, I can't partner pollinate. You're not married. Ha ha ha. Okay. No, I still can't pollinate you. What is going on? Is it her? Hang on a second. T-Mac, come here. I need to see if I can pollinate you. Oh, wait. Did I go into advanced? Because it's in basic. I think I went into advanced. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Have you gotten your vampirism back? Because your baby is a vampire, but you still don't look like a vampire. Ah, this is so annoying. I wonder. I could do some finagling. Hang on a second. Let me see. Who's in this world? I'm going to see something really quickly. I won't kick this sim out if turns out I don't need them. Let's see. We'll just take you, Fred Peoples. Come here so I can see you. Now, your traits are not going to stay that if I keep you. Because I'm going to see if I can manipulate Fred Peoples here into being the child of An and Key as if a twin was born. So give me a second. If I can't, then I'm going to cut all this out and then you'll just see the baby. Aha! I did it. So what I did was I went through Enros and I made Fred Peoples related to Ananke, so they're his parents now. Then I went through Enros to get this. I went to play with genetics, and so now I should be able to get some genetics for Fred. We'll go through the toddler. So let's just do a little roll. I don't know if I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, or it depends if the hair is still mutant, so that I'm doing it again. The eyes are mutant. 2, we'll do 3. Even though it takes a while. So 1 more. Unless the hair is mutant. No, the hair is blue, it looks like. That's great. Alright, so I don't know if it's going to make you a toddler. I've never actually used Play with Genetics. The hair didn't change. Did the eyes change? Okay, I'm going to give him the blue hair and the red eyes if he doesn't already have them. It almost looks like his face. Maybe he does have red hair. I'm going to give him his occult states. Oh wait, let me age up Enlil. Put down Enlil. So this one will be named Inky. Or I should say Inky, and we'll talk about that when I age them up. But we won't have triplets, but I'm fine with that because it's not totally necessary. All right, Enlil. And he will be, Inky will be aged to a toddler. And I'm going to randomize the 2 traits that Inky will have in Create a Sim. But first, let's go ahead and age up Enlil. Alright, here we are with Enlil. And I think it's Enlil, not Enlil, which will be more important with Inky. But we are going to make you a boy, Enlil. So Enlil is not the main focus of this next generation. This generation is a little bit different from the prior ones, but Enlil I think is important to have in this interlude because of who he is. He's the ancient Mesopotamian god of the air, wind, and storms, and was considered the king of the gods in the Sumerian pantheon, which you might think that's a contradiction with what we said about An. But he was considered he held the highest authority after his father An, and formed a divine triad with An and Inky. Let's pick a hair for you. I can't remember which hair I used for everyone else, so let's give you a little swoopy. Do you want a little swoopy? Yeah, you can have a little swoop. Enlil, since we are not going to be following Enlil's story, Enlil has his own sort of mythology to Inky and the story that we're following. So I'm going to go ahead and say what his key roles in the Sumerian mythology are. He was the keeper of the Tablets of Destiny and held immense power over the fates of humans and other deities because of that. And he was also the enforcer of divine law. It's said that he was very, I guess you could say, moral in comparison to basically everyone else. He also played a key role in the separation of the sky and the earth, the creation of humanity, and the Great Flood, where his anger led to the flood to wipe out mankind. Kind of odd. There's actually a lot of flood myths out there in different religions and mythologies. He was also considered both a destructive and a benevolent deity. So his divine wrath could cause floods and drought, but he also was the one who would bless humanity and granted kingship to rulers. Now, he's actually the reason that I would have been fine with triplets, because since, Sumerian mythology is as Sumerian mythology is, his main consort, well, from what I'm reading, he could have technically two, one being his mother, but the main one is named Ninlil, not Silili's sister Ninlil. This is that goddess Ninlil, who is the daughter of Nisaba, and she is the daughter of An. So he gets with his father's granddaughter, which Sumerians, yeah, it's all twisted up and all of that. But anyways, we won't be following that, so we won't have to bear witness. So it's fine that Nisaba, because that was going to be the triplet, that she's not a part of this. Let's do fabrics. I can't remember which the last one was that I used, so we'll just pick this one. Yeah, it's fine that Nisaba is not part of this playthrough, because Enlil is just, he's here to represent the god Enlil, who is very important to Sumerian mythology. He's one of the main focal points. Alright, and here is Enlil. So we're going to move on to his brother. Here we are with Enki, and we're going to turn him into a toddler. If his face, it looks, I'm not too sure if he actually got the genetics I rolled for, but we'll see. Let me see his eyes. Yeah, he's got slit pupils, okay. Then maybe he does have the genetics. Anyways, Enki. His name is, I think, pronounced Enki, not Inky, in the way that Lurian's son was, the way I pronounced his name. Sure, it's a repetition of names, but this is Enki, the god. And, it's not like Apsu's the one who named him. It would be his parents. Anyways, let's get you some real hair, Enki. Enki is actually the main focus of this generation. He has a lot of stories about him, but we're focused on one in particular. And, well, I shouldn't say it's Enki. It's this generation that he's the focus, not Enlil, and it's his descendant that is most important, and that's why we're going to go one more generation after Enki. But for what's happening in this interlude, that's Enki. It's all on your shoulders, Enki. As for who Enki is in the Sumerian pantheon, hang on, let's give you a little bit of an anime boy hair, and you had blue hair from what I remember. I should point out that I am using AI to give me sort of like a summary, rather than trying to summarize it myself and then you hearing all my ums and ands and even though I do that anyways. But it said that Enki was the Sumerian god of wisdom, magic, water, and creation, and known for being the creator and protector of humanity. This is where the AI has a little bit of an AI issue, because it says he was often depicted as a wise trickster who used his intelligence and cunning to help humans, such as creating humankind to relieve the gods of labor and saving them from the Great Flood. I don't think creating humankind to relieve the gods is helping humans. So, there you go, AI. That's not the way I would phrase that. But anyways, Enki, he's the god, or was the god, of fresh water. And as I said, well, I already said all this. He's the patron of artisans and inventors and was credited with giving humans the tools of civilization, including writing and art. So, in creation myths, Enki devised humans out of clay to perform the hard labor of gods. Though, while it doesn't say it here, I already know this myth, and it involves the blood of another god. So it's not just clay, but it is. Doesn't it sound familiar? Another interesting little tidbit is when the other gods, Enlil, decided to destroy humanity, Enki intervened by secretly warning a man named something I can't pronounce. It's like, Utnapishtim? The Sumerian version of Noah, to build an ark to survive the flood. So, while he protected humans, he was also a trickster towards the other gods, working behind the scenes to outsmart them. So, as an example, he used his cunning to rescue his daughter, Inanna, from the underworld. So he was very smart and very cunning, which makes me think I want to make him a genius, even if he doesn't inherit it, so we'll see. Maybe that's like his last trait. So his parentage is a little odd, because his father is On. His mother is Namu or Uresh, depending on which source you're looking at. But some say that Namu is also Ki. So that's why I don't have like an extra wife for On. Now, as for why I wanted Enki and Enlil to be twin brothers when they're not actually twins, because I could have just left Enlil out and just done like an honorable mention, he would have been born, is because I just, as I said, I really wanted Enlil to be represented. And also, from what I was reading through stories, like at the flood myth in particular, Enlil would get mad, and then Enki would just sneak in there and fix things around, kind of like the younger brother. But since I didn't want to go through a whole nother pregnancy, seeing as how I cheated to get him, I just had them be twins. But in reality, I don't believe they are twin brothers. I didn't see anything about that. So the line of twins ended at On and Ki, if you believe that On and Ki were actually twins, because some say Ki wasn't even a deity. And then some say that she was Namu. But anyways, we are going to give him some random traits, because I don't want to just take the ones that were default, since it took out one. So let's see what Enki's traits are. Unflirty and childish. Okay. I should say I know a lot of myths about Enki, because I read through them, and I don't think unflirty actually makes sense for who he was as a deity. This man had the babies with his daughter, had a baby with his daughter, and then the daughter of his daughter, and the daughter of his daughter's daughter. So I don't think unflirty actually makes sense. So in the spirit of adhering to what I know about mythology, I'm going to swap that with actually flirty. And a flirty toddler doesn't really make sense, but that's fine. Now, of course, the whole myth of him having the babies with his child and his child's child and her child, it is more that, like, it wasn't that he intentionally did it. He didn't know they were related to him. He didn't know who they were. But still, the fact that he saw a pretty lady by the river was like, ooh, I think flirty fits. So that's Enki. And when we come back, we'll be working on their toddler skills. All right, here we are with the twin boys, Enki and Enlil. I'm not going to go into detail on Enki in particular's future yet because they're just toddlers. Instead, I'm going to... Oh, you're not going to get married. You're not going to sleep. You want to teach Enlil to walk. I doubt they're going to roll anything for Enki because they didn't. Oh, that's Anshar. See, I hate this. I hate that they're so close together. Oh, wait, no, this is Anshar. This is on. See, I get them mixed up. Even when I get it right, I doubt myself. No house party. You are going to put your clothes on, and we are going to get these boys their skills. Because the sooner they get their skills, the sooner they're children. And the sooner they're children, the sooner they're teenagers. And the sooner that they're teenagers, the sooner that they're young adults, and we can go to the next generation, which will be the last generation, and then we'll handle the actual story aspect. You come teach Enlil to walk. It still doesn't look like she's a vampire. Why did I change outfit? No, teach to walk. Hang on, let me just make sure you've got your vampirism. Yeah, it took her vampirism away. You're a vampire now. It probably gave her the tattoo on her neck again. But her outfit will cover it up. And I don't want to go into create a sim to remove it because it will take forever. Because it's in accessories. Now, I'm not too sure how I'll handle the gameplay aspect. I still have time to consider gameplay. The story aspect, I don't know if I want to do it in... cinematics, or if I want... Are you going back to sleep? Oh my god, it's lagging. Oh, it's 5. Oh, you just haven't finished sleeping. Get up. You're not allowed to sleep. You're a parent now. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do it in gameplay, the story, and just kind of walk through exactly what I'm picturing, because, not sure how I'll do that. It's going to be lagging here for a second because it's 5 in the morning. And it keeps lagging until like 5:20. It just has to lag through it because pausing it is not going to help. I still don't know what it is about this world where it lags at 5. But anyway, since it's working through this, or if I'll do it in cinematics. With cinematics, I'm not sure if I'll be able to tell it as concisely and... detailed as I want. I want it to be both concise and detailed, if that's not a contradiction. I'm leaning more towards gameplay, but I'm not sure how that's going to work in practice. So we'll see. I didn't even check your guys' mood. Yeah, he's hungry. Are you hungry? Kind of. Lamet, while An is dealing with his clothing situation, will you come and feed Enki? And you need to take care of yourself after that, Lamu. And I picked you, Lamu, because you're the one standing here, and also you're at the top of the thing right now. See, if we had the other two, Absu would be right here, and that would be a lot. It's already a lot dealing with all of these, and the fact that I just kind of ignore that they're there because they're not the focus. You are thirsty too. At least Key wants to get walking out of the way for Enlil. Because walking is the one that takes the longest. Mama, what are you doing? You're gonna go nap? Actually, I don't want you to nap. I want you to have a charm. Lamu, I'm not going to promise you becoming friends because you can't become friends. You can't keep friends. You can't make friends because you're mean-spirited and everyone hates you. Alright, when he's done eating, you are going to come potty train Enki. Right? You're Enki? Yeah. See, I already have them mixed up. Enki's blue-haired. Enlil's white-haired. Oh, and though Enki is the main focus of this generation and kind of this well, not kind of, for this, interlude too, that doesn't mean Saluna's genetics win because he has both red eyes and blue hair, because there is one generation at this which will be the definitive of who wins. Interesting that Enlil has the silver eyes and white hair. Interesting. He's almost done potty training, and as he is, oh gosh. And as he is finishing potty training, he is only halfway done to learning to walk. Look, they didn't even get a want to see him age up well. Let me just make sure he's part of the family. Yeah. So this is what happens at the family tree if you have brother wives. Brother and sister husbands and wives. It doesn't exactly know what to do. Did you get... Yeah, no, they don't... While technically they're related to Enki, they don't really recognize him as their baby. But I'm fine with that. It doesn't matter. Who is in here hungry? Is it you? You're the one hungry. Get out here and get a charm on yourself. You're thirsty too, Lahamu? You know, you guys are vampires. You can drink off of each other. I know, because Mama drinks off of you guys all the time. No, Lamu, no. I need you to cast charms for me. He's so close. He's so close. Please don't stop until he can walk. Oh no, it's gonna have to do another one. You get away from the pool because you're gonna need to put a charm on your great-granddaughter. If we get walking out of the way, I feel pretty confident about getting this done in a timely fashion. And because this is all repetitive, don't know how many times, and just this interlude. But I needed some standard. Why are you outside, Anshar? How do you keep getting disgusting food in your inventory? Where did you even get that? You know, normally my Sims don't really care about pools. These guys are really into this pool. And again, because they don't really have much around here, they can read and interact with each other and fight, and that's basically it. Usually in houses, I have a lot more activities they can do. Oh my gosh, he did it before you needed to stop. All right, cool, good. Do you want to teach him anything else? Go for a stroll? No, just feed him. Just feed him, and then Absu's gonna put an energy charm on you. Well, Enki's almost done. They're moving fast today. How tired are you? Oh, yeah, kind of tired. Well, we'll do potty training next. If I can get them both walking today, in this sim day, then I will be a happy camper. Even if I can't get Enlil using the potty today, because he gets too tired. Alright, come potty train Enlil. Yeah, I think Enki is going to learn to walk today, which means he'll only need to learn to talk tomorrow. Oh, he's not even tired. He's hungry. Wait. Why is his mood maxing? Why did it do that? Well, Enki's gonna be done today, I think. Enlil will need to sleep, though. Oh, we didn't make it to the potty. Oh, well. We'll change him in a second. He doesn't want to be on the potty? Well, he needs to. Okay, you're gonna have to change him first. He's wasting his time, Enlil. You're supposed to be the king of the gods. Well, your father's the king of the gods, but oh, I have you selected, not Key. No, he's not gonna potty. He's not gonna potty. Stop it. You need to change him. Well, there's Enki. I guess you'll just do all of Enki's. Actually, you need a bladder charm. Abzu, where are you? Come here and do something for me. Bat teleport. I sort of get these two mixed up too at a distance if I'm not looking at their hair because they were both wearing red. I put on in red because I just thought he would want a bold color. I almost made it a brighter red, but I don't actually like bright colors. I didn't even realize I gave them both kind of orange undershirts too. Oh, it's increasing your bladder? We'll put a charm on you anyway. That was totally coincidence. I just wanted a kind of oldish color too to go underneath as a secondary, and I thought orange would be more appropriate since yellow is probably the worst color in my opinion. I can't stand the color yellow, and that would be probably the boldest choice. And I especially don't like yellow paired with red because it just makes me think of ketchup and mustard and McDonald's, both things I just don't like together. I don't like McDonald's and I don't like mustard. And ketchup has to be with very certain things and used sparingly. Is his energy going down? Is his mood going down at all? It is not. Okay, he seems to be glitched. Which makes sense because I did age him down from being a child after I manipulated him. So I'm probably gonna reset him again before I age him up. But I mean, I'll just utilize the glitch because this is like a bottle episode or series of episodes where we don't really leave here. I mean, sure, I sent what's his face to fish all the time, Kingu. That's sort of an exception. And I tried to bring Abzu to the barge, but it got really laggy. Why are you teaching him to say the word death? I don't think he needs to know that word yet. Like, I think there are other words that should be the priority. I don't think Enlil's gonna learn to potty today because he's so tired. As soon as it gets into the red, basically, he'll be done. He will not want to do it anymore. Which means I think we have one more potty training to do in the morning, and then he needs to learn to talk. Oh, he did it! He defied my expectations. Now you want to teach him to talk. Okay. But actually, you are going to come put him to sleep in the crib. Night-night, Enlil. Enki should be joining him, but he's glitched. Oh, I forgot to give him a sleepwear. Oh well. This is going to be the only time he sleeps anyways. I knew I was forgetting something. It's like I didn't feel like I was in Creedicim for very long. Lamu, would you come over here and put... Wait, what did she need? Was it energy or thirst? It's hunger. Put a hunger charm on Key. Alright, Enki is done utilizing a glitch. I'm going to try to reset him to see if that starts lowering his mood. Alright, let's watch your mood. Okay, good. It didn't change your appearance, it looks like, but it might have gotten rid of your... No, it didn't get rid of your double occult state, I think. We'll see if you're still a witch later. Okay, so he is tired now. Who are you? Abzu, will you come do something for me? Will you put this child in the crib? Okay, yep, that fixed his mood. He just needed to be reset. So I utilized a glitch and didn't fix it till after the fact. Wait, whoa, no! Taking him from the crib to try and steal his candy, she's gonna have woken him up. Well, I might be able to get him to talk before he's too tired again. Oh, Tiamat. No, he didn't wake up. Okay, good. He still has a little bit to go. Alright, the child is almost awake. He is awake. you are not sleeping. Where's Keyshar's mood? Keyshar! Okay, nope. It's gonna be, I mean, not Keyshar, Key. It's going to be On, who's going to deal with Enlil. That doesn't look like his, oh, it's you. Okay, he's gonna feed him. Go ahead and feed him. Stop. Didn't even notice his mama that grabbed him. Keep saying mamu. Better than moo. Go on, feed him. Yeah, for some reason, random genetics is not coming up. Did it take away your relation? It took away your mother. Oh, so you can't. Interesting. And Ross won't let you add a brother and sister as parents. That's alright. It's fine. It's not exactly necessary. And you could think of this as like the ambiguous nature of who Enki's mother actually is, since it's a single inscription, apparently, that says his mother was Namu. And that Namu was the consort to On. But then there's some suggestion that Namu and Ki are one and the same. But there's two separate names, so maybe we could think of this as like the ambiguous nature of who Enki's mother actually is. Oh, brooding. What are you doing brooding right here, Mama? Oh, I forgot we have bills. Tiamat, stop. Stop. You have another baby to steal from. What are you doing with that child? Tossing him in the air. You are thirsty. Put him down. Tiamat, put a thirst charm on Key before she starts acting like she doesn't know how to get her own blood, because there's a bunch of people she could drink off of, and I know she could drink off of them because Mama is drinking off of everyone all the time, even though they're all vampires. Yay! That means they did it. Crawl over this way. I am so glad I didn't have to work through waiting for a whole nother baby. You're thirsty. Sue, can you quit playing chess and come over here and put a thirst charm on? I'm gonna be thinking on every single time I say that. You need to potty, but you could do that after you age up, because I'm going to age you up now. Come this way so I don't have to move. And, we're gonna age you up right now, Enlil. And Enki will go next. And right here we are with the twin boys. Now as children. This is Enlil. I gave him his mooch trait. And then the one in yellow and orange, the two colors I despise the most, is Enki. I figured someone's gotta wear yellow and orange. Let it be Enki. So I already enrolled them into their homeschooling, and depending on whose mood is the best, looks like that's Enki, and we will be having Abzu get to work on tutoring. He needs to put his clothes on. You go do whatever you want, Enlil. I don't know, maybe Abzu favors Enki a little more than Enlil due to his name, as a reminder of his eldest son, who is deceased at this point in time. So I was thinking about the timing. When you see the very first episode of this interlude, since I'm trying to get it all together and before it's ever before the first part of the interlude ever is published, as you could call it, uploaded. When you're seeing this, I will have decided, but I'm leaning towards letting each generation be a century before the next. So I've got a lot of time to work with after all. Sumerian cuneiform wasn't even created until they guess around 3,500 BC, I think is what it was. I'd have to look at my spreadsheet again. But because I have it written down. But if each one is a century, I don't even think we'll get out of the 6,000s. So I had decided that when Tiamat finally got Abzu to agree to establish this Atlantean genealogy, I guess you could call it, that was about 100 years after the initial start of this challenge. So I was thinking I'm probably going to decide it was 7,900 exactly for the sake of convenience. Yeah, we might even make it out of we won't even make it out of the 7,000s. What am I talking about? But that's fine. It's perfect, actually. No, that does mean this ziggurat that they're living in is way older than the oldest one that we know of. But, you know, who's to say that one didn't last this long? I mean, didn't exist this long ago and then just didn't last until the modern century. Alright, what are the rest of you doing? Talking to your son, probably being harassed, or you are harassing your son, it could be. Feeling stir crazy. Maybe when it gets to be nighttime, I'll send you all, well, you want to see Anshar get married. It's not gonna happen. No actual sibling romances where I can help it. Since it won't work anyway. You're hungry. What are you gonna do? Conjure an apple and you're gonna eat it? Well, okay. I don't know if it'll help you any. You want to get married? Too bad. You want a toy box? How's your grade? Ooh, already. B. Arboretum. This is one of those words, I think I've said this before, that I can look at it and recognize it, but I've never actually heard it said before. So I can only just guess. Ugh, Abzu, silence your phone. Is that Zarliat? You wanna increase your cooking skill again? Aren't you almost max? Let me see. Oh, it stopped ringing as soon as I got to the point where I could hang up. Oh, wrong one. Let's see. Is your cooking skill almost maxed? You have... Oh, okay, you've got 2 skill points left. Well, if you want to increase it, you can increase it. I think we still have supplies. Alright. Looks like Enki is at an A. Alright. You go do whatever you want, Enki. Where are you? In the pool! Get out of there! You weren't taking care of yourself at all because you were too busy being in the pool. And you come here. I'm just gonna put some charms on you. I didn't give them swimwear because I didn't think they'd be children for long. Alright, so this was the swimwear you had. Well, take that off. Put your real clothes on. At least since there's not triplets, oops, I clicked athletic. Since there's not triplets, it doesn't take them long to get through the milestones that I need in order to justify aging them up early. See, if I didn't have these sort of mini goals to achieve, probably would have just had them be born and then age them up all the way to young adults so that the next generation could be born. And then this interlude would have been pointless. This way we could kind of get to know each one in this line. That's fine. Okay, everyone. Oh, wow. She's got a great relationship. I wonder if it's the charisma skill. Does she know a lot of people? I don't know. But she's got a great relationship with An, despite how she just cursed at him. Go visit the temple. I know you're not stir crazy, but you might become stir crazy. Go visit the temple, everyone. It is nighttime, so you should be able to walk out there safely. Even if you're not stir crazy, just go. Alright, everyone's on their way to the temple. These two are starting with the tutoring. What are you shouting about? Oh, he's presiding over royal court. Tiamat, actually come home. No, stop it. 'Cause I don't want Enki. Had to think about which one it was that I had here. I don't want him to go to sleep. Alright, come home. Whenever I see you go into the not so great mood, I'll bring you home. Alright, An is up first since he's actually in here. Enlil. Enki. Sorry, Enki was the one that went first. God, I get them really mixed up. Maybe when they're older, I'll be able to figure out which one's which more easily. I mean, they have different hair color. That should be the big sign that says, this is Enki. He's got blue hair. He looks like Tiamat. Which really is just the color, the coloration of them that distinguishes them, because they all have generally the same facial features since they're all incest babies. It can be assumed that there are more babies than what I'm depicting. This is sort of like a snapshot into what Tiamat and Abzu were up to. It can be assumed that there are more babies involved. In fact, I know An has way more babies than just this. And Enki and Enlil have a lot of babies too, especially Enlil. I would need to double check on Enki's because I only really cared about one. Here, come back here where I can monitor you. Maybe do something like talk to one of your ancestors. Speaking of father, great-grandfather, yeah, it no longer recognizes Abzu and Tiamat as being related. Enlil, how did you even get food in your inventory? Where are these coming from? Where did you get that? Oh, he's done. Alright, Abzu, clean this up. And then you are going to run across the street to the Temple of Nana. Just to get rid of that Mutha. Then I'll have you come work on your cooking skill. But in the meantime, it is already time to age these guys up. That didn't take long at all. It only took about, like, what, 20 minutes? 25 minutes? Well, it'll be a lot faster than you. This is probably just one little segment in the larger video. But, and they're already ready to age up into teenagers, which is what is more interesting since we start working on skills. So, let's go ahead and age you guys up. Here we are with the twin boys as teenagers. I almost forgot which traits they had inherited, but thankfully it seems that they got tucked away in my memory. Because as you can see, I reloaded, and that's because I ran out of time recording. Wait, why did I move? This was like the perfect angle. Because there's this light in the way if I go facing them, but whatever. We need to roll for their skills. Oh yes, this is Enlil, this is Enki. They should be easier to tell apart now that I gave them different hair, and the hair is obviously different. I'm trying to get a really good, yeah, be right here. Alright, let's go ahead and spin for their skills so we can get started in their teenage years. Alright, there's 4 skills to choose from, and I'm pretty sure, unless we get surprise twins in the next generation, pretty sure there's going to be one left off. So let's see which one Enlil gets. This is for Enlil. Athletic, okay. Wouldn't have really put him down as an athletic type of person, but sure, he could do athletic. Now for Enki, 1 of 3. Charisma, okay. Alright, the issue there with Enki doing charisma and Enlil doing athletic is Enlil is actually charismatic. I wonder if I should just swap them. How would you like to do athletic, Enki? My playthrough, I can swap it if I want. I'm gonna swap it and let Enlil do the charisma since he's charismatic, and Enki could do athletic, which means Enlil, you're going to need to befriend some people. Do I even have a mirror on this lot? I think I looked at all the bathrooms and there was not a mirror. So, hang on. I'm gonna go get a mirror and then we'll get started. Alrighty, here's a mirror. I built, this is a custom one. I think it's from a furniture set from Bod the Sims. I don't know. I've had it for a long while, so I can't quite remember. But we're going to start the charisma skill by practicing speech. Then he'll probably start needing friends. Luckily, we've got a big family, and hopefully there'll be enough to get him to level 5. As for you, Inky, you have the soccer ball, don't you? We're going to get you started on athletic using the soccer ball. And then there's the pool. We'll go swim since you guys love it so much. So let's get started. Oh, you're tired, Lamu? I see you back there. Oh, let me get out of the inventory. Wait, Inky, I want to cast that. No, you're not going to go to sleep. Didn't Absu... Oh, yeah, Absu wanted to work on cooking. I completely forgot about that. Didn't I send him somewhere? Because he was stir crazy? Yeah. Where are you? Where? There you are. Okay, you need to put an energy charm on yourself. May as well check your others. So anyways, as I'm making him put charms on himself, this is not the last generation. And you might wonder, how are we going to bring in the next generation if both Inky and Enlil are boys? And that'll be some Sumerian mythology. But there will be an extra skill left over unless somehow we get accidental twins. That's pretty rare, though, if you don't have the fertility treatment. And I'm not going to give the wife of Enki fertility treatment. Then, when you're done, you teleport right on over here. And serve up... Oh, we're out of pumpkins. Serve up green herbs and sauce. And then goopy carbonara. I'm going to have to send him to get more resources. Maybe not. Okay, how is it that Enki seems to be doing better than Enlil when Enlil is charismatic? He should be building that skill faster. I guess the soccer ball is just that great. Looks like Enki is, oh, he stopped. You're not done. You need at least 1 skill point so I can put you in the pool. Can they get fatigued from using the soccer ball? Because I know they will with, swimming. That's going to be the biggest issue with their skills, is Enki getting fatigued. Come over here and swim whenever you're done with the soccer ball. What is that? Oh, that's incense. I forgot I had him burning incense. I was wondering, why is it still laggy? It's getting close to 5, and that's when the big lag is going to start. You're almost there, Enlil, and then I need to check and see how many friends you're going to need. There we go. Let's see. Okay, well, you won't need any friends for, actually, I should just go ahead and preemptively get you to start. Let's start with Mama, because he's not family. And his traits aren't really that bad. No, don't ask about Day. Enlil's gonna come talk to you. Oh my, look how muscular. Oh, I right-clicked on him. My finger spasmed. No. Look how muscular he is. It's all that swimming. Just walk up to him and tell him a joke. Let's use all the charismatic ones. Charisma as a skill to supermax is, in theory, it's pretty easy. It's just you need to build friendships, and if you have like a Lurian, for example, that better not be romantic complimenting. If you have like a Lurian who sabotages his relationships because he's grumpy, it can get pretty difficult. Also, the telling 100 jokes challenge is really annoying. Do you really have to get never dull? So that way you could just spam them all at once? Are you in the pool yet? Or are you still playing with the soccer ball? You're still playing with the soccer ball. You want to... Okay, well, after you go through your first phase of being... After you go through your first phase of being fatigued, then I'll let you go jogging. How are you doing over here? Oh, it's like, why is it lagging? It's 5. Ah, here we go. Let's get rid of Lahamu. Because if he talks to Lamu, he's more likely to get shouted at, and I'll find that funny. Huh, interesting. Sitting here looking at Mama, you could see the impression of his legs, as if this was kind of transparent. But it's not. That's a little strange. This custom content skirt thing is pretty handy if you're doing historical gameplay. But I can't actually remember where I found it. But anyways, you could pair it with basically anything and it can turn into like a tunic. Or anything else like that. Mooch food? No. How about you throw a hypnotic gaze at him? Maybe he'll like that. He throws hypnotic gazes at everyone else. I always forget about the ceilings and painting them. Looking at them, they're a little too pristine. Yeah, you'd think Mama likes fitness. Look how muscular he is. In fact, since he's standing still, let's get a really detailed look at the skin replacement. Even though the vampire thing gives it a sheen, so it's a little hard to see, you can see it, especially like right here in the darker areas. The pores are visible. And also there's a bit of wrinkles to the elbows. It's really detailed. I think, I don't know where the original is, because as I've said before, I have it's like a folder, a conglomeration of different mods to make realistic bodies. But I think it's from, hey! No, sir. Okay, go jogging. Oh wait. Oh yeah, you're a teenager. You can go jog in the daylight. Just pick a random spot and then let you go. Ah, here we go. Jog over here. As soon as I get there, we go. Go jog. That's a long way to go, so you better get moving. Anyways, athletic. Supermaxing athletic is pretty easy too. It just takes more time because you have to deal with the whole fatigue thing. The way I would do athletic to supermax it is focusing on cardio first, because there's 2 skill challenges that involve working out with cardio. And I would do cardio on a treadmill so you can get them both, because one is running quite a distance and the other is the working so long at cardio. So I would do a treadmill so you're not having to direct your sim to jog everywhere. And then deal with strength training. It just takes time, but it's not too involved. Yeah. Oh, it didn't work. Oh. Oopsie. Awkward. Oh, he needs charms. Alright, no, don't read. Mama went to sleep, so come talk to Lamu. No, how well is this gonna work? I don't know. And once you get to the point where you can compliment his cleverness. How many points do you have? Oh, you only have 151. It's like, let's get you never dull, but you don't have enough. Whoa. Why are you outside? Why are you outside? Yeah, get inside. Oh, you're thirsty? Oh. You know what I'm going to do? Stop it. You can continue that later. I am going to go bring Abzu to the supermarket. Buy him some ingredients. And I'm going to buy a bunch of plasma fruit. So that way they can stop bothering me and my vampire witches who can cast charms and take care of their own needs. Now, will they? Because vampires are notoriously bad about fulfilling their thirst. I don't know. Alright, so it looks like Enlil has reached the current maximum level of charisma for how many friends he is. He needs 2 relationships. I actually need to go send him to find people. Charisma might not be possible. Alright, after considering, I think I'm going to have to re-spin for him because I don't think there will be enough people in this world to, 1, hunt them down because it's a really big world and finding anyone. I could use Tagger, but by the time he gets there to wherever the person is, they'll probably be gone. And 2, I don't think it's generated enough townies for me to actually max my charisma. I mean, from the glimpse I saw when I snagged a random sim to make Inky, it didn't seem to be like there wasn't many. So, surprise, Enlil, I'm going to give you a new skill. Even though athletic was his, and I swapped it with Inky and whatever. And that means we won't have an extra skill at the end, which I'm fine with. So this will determine what our last sim in this interlude's legacy will have as well. So let's go ahead and get you a new skill. Alright, it's between 2. Let's see which one you'll get, Enlil. I'm hoping for... Okay. Alright, logic it is. Well, guess what? You don't have to try and befriend your really mean great-grandfather because you can do logic. Between logic and guitar, I was actually leaning more towards logic for Enlil, though. It would have suited Inky, too, because Inky is supposed to be really, really clever. He's not a genius yet, but I think if he doesn't randomly roll genius, I'll just give him the genius trait. Enlil, he can have whatever. Get rid of that. I probably should have considered how difficult charisma would be in this world. So, Enlil is a little behind, but that's alright. Oh, and this does mean that the next one in the line will be doing the guitar skill. Now, they wouldn't have an acoustic guitar, but I kind of think of it as like the skill for whatever stringed instrument they would have had. I don't know exactly what instruments the Sumerians had, but I imagine it would be very similar to a lyre or a harp or something like that. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of plasma fruit firstly. Where is it? Did I pass it? There it is. No, cook this. And the plasma juice, maybe it's just preserved blood. I don't know how they're refrigerating it, but I don't know. Maybe they figured something out. They are... Tiamat and Abzu are Atlanteans who had lots of technology. I'm sure they could figure out a way to refrigerate and preserve blood, so that way they don't have to hunt for it every single night or put charms on themselves. You still haven't become fatigued? What's great about supermaxing athletic is once you get the bodybuilder and fitness nut challenges, you never get fatigued. So your sim can just work out for, there's these really big wants to work out for like 24 hours or whatever. You can get those easily. Go get some plasma juice. Really? Really, everyone? You're this bad at taking care of yourself? Enki's at level 3, and Enlil hasn't even started his, but that's not his fault. That's my fault for not considering the aspects of charisma. So that's a problem with charisma if you supermax it. You better have enough Sims in your world. Now, logic. Logic is one of the more involved skills in the sense that it has a lot of skill challenges. You need to... Oh my gosh. Lamu, I am doing something. Really? Well, at least I know I turned off the burning. Because he passed out from too much sun exposure. One would think that he'd have not gone running around outside. Maybe they saw Enlil jogging out of here and thought, I could do that. Do I need to, like, splash some water on you as if you were a mermaid? Oh no, he woke up right as I went to him. Oh, Abzu. We'll talk about logic in a second. I need to go direct you to cook some stuff. Alright, logic. So, to supermax logic, you need to... Someone just had an accident. Really? There's how many toilets on this lot? You need to get the level 5 ranking in chess, which is already a difficult problem. Because you have to either invite someone out to where you can find a chess table or invite the person who your opponent is over to your place. And then sometimes with seasons, the person you need ends up being one of the festival workers. And then they won't ever come over. Or worse, they're a consignment clerk. So that's why you would need Enros's registrar, I think is the one. That mod, so that you can take away their assigned role. But you might be able to do it through Master Controller. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think registrar is assigning who is the clerk, and then you can remove the role through Master Controller. Oh, it wants me to save. Okay, we'll continue talking about logic after I save. Alright. It saved. Took a while. So, where was I? Oh yeah, talking about logic. So, the chess tournament is pretty hard. A lot of the times, the people don't even show up when you invite them, and then it's like a whole hassle. What is your deal? What is your deal? Are you outside now? Oh, you're the one who had the accident. Well, go take a shower. What's your issue? Oh, you're just like, ew, it's disgusting. Hang on. What's disgusting? What? Who started cooking? Did you not finish that? Did you not finish this? Bad vampire. How are you doing before we get back to logic? To make sure you're still jogging. Oh, he's coming home. He didn't get fatigued, but that's because his mood is really bad and he's sweating profusely. Anyways, aside from the tournament, there's the issue of tutoring. You have to tutor a child or teenager sim for a very long time, and also adult sims and certain skills. And that's not too bad. It's just if you don't have a readily available child sim. Are you outside now? Come on, guys. Cut it out. Why is it lagging? Go inside. What was he trying to do? Oh, he was trying to clean up. Well, stop it. Anyways, if you don't have a readily available child sim, you have to hunt one down in your town and find one. And that's a little awkward. Tutoring an adult, that's easier. You have to be at a certain skill level to tutor. So the best one to start with is actually the celestial one, where you're using the telescope and trying to find celestial bodies. That's what I would do if I was super maxing logic, is start there and get that skill challenge first, and then move on to the tutoring. By the time you get all 20 celestial bodies, you should be at the right level to begin tutoring. At least children. Tutoring the adult, you do, I think you could tutor in logic, so it's just kind of like a self-fulfilling thing. Then there's the potions. So I would do the potions. See, you can sit at the potions table and just discover them and then end up blown up from it. So I would hold off on the potions until you get quite a ways into the logic skill after tutoring and after the celestial bodies. You might be maxed at that point. If you're maxed, then you won't have to worry about them standing there just building the skill but not actually accomplishing anything, which is what will happen if you start logic from that, because they'll discover all the potions that they can at the current skill level and be unable to discover the ones that require a higher level until they reach that level. So they'll just build skill without doing anything. And if you're super maxing, it's best to accomplish something. So I would still do the potions before the chess. I would leave chess to last. But it has one of the largest number of skill challenge. I think photography might have one more, or it might be equal. I would say logic is one of the more difficult ones in the sense that it's pretty involved, but it's not the most difficult skill to master, to supermax. That belongs to photography. Photography, I have never supermaxed photography because that one's really involved because you have to run around everywhere taking photos. It really does require traveling because you have to get a number of photo collections done. And while you could theoretically do that without traveling, some of those photo collections are really, really difficult. Now, if you wanted to go for like super maxing photography, you could achieve all of the photo collections, but to actually super max it, to get the skill challenge, you just need 5. And then the other issue with photography is that you have to take pictures of Sims. If you're pursuing... Well, go and eat! Go and eat if you're hungry. No, go eat. I got plasma fruit. I knew this would happen. I knew you guys wouldn't take care of yourselves. Anyways, taking pictures of Sims is a little challenging too, especially the one where you have to take pictures of like 60 strangers. Like, sure, you would think it'd be easy to just run around your town and find 60 strangers, but it's not, because the camera has to register that there's a sim in the picture. You can't just snap a photo if it says nothing about what the photo is of. And Lul's at level 2, in key. We won't send you jogging again, because this is a huge waste of time. How's your skill? Only level 3. I was hoping you would jog for longer than that. You could have stopped at any point. Absolutely. Oh my god, he peed himself. Really? Really? He was so desperate to cook that meal that he peed himself and canceled it out. If this doesn't build in the pool, it might actually be more practical to do the soccer ball. Okay, we'll do one more lap over here. If it doesn't build your skill at all, you're getting out and you're doing the soccer ball, because I am not waiting here for... If for some reason he's not building his skill anymore, get out of the pool. What level are you? You're about to be level 4. Okay, Inkey's still gonna finish before Inlil, I think, if we just do the soccer ball. And I think I'm gonna do that. I don't want to spend too much longer on the teenage years. Alright, Inkey. You did it. Why don't you come up here and join your brother? I think that would be... Not watch chess match. Usually it's on the top. Play chess with your brother. I think it'd be great if you two were playing chess together. Actually, before you make that second key lime pie, put a charm on yourself. 1 level. Inkey learns way faster. Does he have vampiric vigor? Look at him! I think he's glitched. He is the one that I manipulated. He's gonna totally overtake his brother. Oh, don't be a sore loser. Why did you stop? Oh, I think it stopped now. I don't know what that was. Yeah, it seems to be building about normal for level 3. And you, what was it again? Yeah, you're level 4. So one more. Okay! Enlil did it. Enlil is level 5. You two can stop now. Because I am going to age these guys up. But I'll be doing that off camera. This recording has gone on for a little too long, and this is going to be the end of this part of the interlude. When the next part starts up, it'll be with these two as young adults, and there will be a new sim in this household. That will be in Key's wife. I'm not going to go through the whole effort of putting her out in the town and then having him find her and then talk to her. Nah, I'm just gonna stick her in here because the relationship isn't what's important. What is important is the lineage. And then we'll talk about who she is in the next part, and as we get going with the next generation. I probably will just cheat their relationship and that they're married and all that, because I can actually have them be married. And when you see her for the first time, the final generation of this interlude will be on the way, in the way that I have with the others, because I just want to conserve time and I want to get this done so I can move on to what I'm actually wanting to do. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next part. Goodbye.